your allegiance. And our girls are blackbirds, riding with they diligence. Kid more than death if you boys really know.
Burrow trying to keep it going, gets spun down, gets it away, and incomplete. Rams down. Running down to celebrate with a defensive play.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Another game.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And now, it's time!
We have a mission. To knock the pillars of this industry on their ass. We ain't reading history books anymore, baby. We writing them. This is what you call a paradigm shift.
No fighting. No fucking fighting. No fighting. No fucking fighting! Good. Get the fuck in.
I didn't think you had it in you.
I'm your huckleberry. Why, Johnny Ringo, like somebody just walked over your grave.
Fight's not with you, Holiday.
I beg to differ, sir. We started a game we never got to finish. Play for blood, remember?
I was just fooling about.
I wasn't. And this time, it's legal.
All right, Lunger. Let's do it. Say when.
And the Kansas City Chiefs have won Super Bowl 57.
his name and
No, couldn't help myself, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, happy Super Sunday. Now, my usual cast of characters will be joining me momentarily. However, we're going to get this thing started off just right. Due to some technical difficulties, we had to sit here and get all that stuff figured out and everything else. But as you can see behind me, apparently they got Philly's greatest frenemy in this mofo. I couldn't figure this out. But if we're going to be honest, what up, JQ? I just sent you the link, so just in case you want to jump in on it, knock yourself out. We're all for it here. But here we are, folks. Super Bowl Sunday. And it is rather amazing that we are actually all gathered. The lines in the sand have been drawn. In fact, they've been drawn, traced, etch-a-sketched, smoke signaled, sand drawn. I can't figure it out. For the life of me, I can't figure out exactly why everybody is literally going nuts. And then I realized that we have a shot, that we are witnessing history today. We've been talking about it literally for the past 2 weeks. Today, we witness history. Either Saquon Barkley leads the Eagles to write off another redemption story, because that seems to be the Eagles' MO. Let's bear in mind, the last time that the Philadelphia Eagles won a Super Bowl, they pretty much beat a team that they lost to many years prior. 2 years ago, the Kansas City Chiefs staved off the attack of the Eagles. And now today we get a chance to find out exactly what's going to happen now. Who's going to run with it? Who's going to dance the devil by the pale moonlight? Everybody and their mama is pissed because Kansas City is back in the Super Bowl for the third straight time. And it's driving them crazy. It's driving them nuts because everybody wants Kansas City to lose. Everybody's been going ham about, well, the Chiefs pretty much handed it to them the whole damn time. But I just have a civil little question for everyone. And I want to be, before we actually start this one there, we do have to get a little bit of tragedy out the way, because there was some tragedy that happened during Super Bowl week, and we want to give this man his dues. Hopefully they get some more information on that one today, but we're going to get this one out the way real quick.
Covering the upcoming Super Bowl has died in New Orleans.
Por lo mientras nos despedimos desde el T-Mobile Center, Adán Manzano para Telemundo, Kansas City.
Adán Manzano was described as a rising star journalist. He covered university and professional sports teams in Kansas City since 2021, conducting interviews in both English and Spanish.
We look forward to hearing from you in KC 2026, and thank you for having us today.
Despite covering all sports, he had a passion for soccer.
Soy aficionado al fútbol y claro, Diablo Rojo desde la cuna.
Telemundo Kansas City, Manzano's employer, released this statement on February 6th. Quote, "We are saddened to share that Adán Manzano passed away yesterday in New Orleans while on assignment to cover the Super Bowl for both Telemundo Kansas City and Tico Sports. We are cooperating with law enforcement as they investigate this tragic event." Manzano's wife Ashley died in a car crash in April of 2024. The couple leaves behind one daughter, a toddler. Adán Manzano was 28 years old.
So, what we know now, at least up to this point, is that apparently a woman has been arrested in Adam's death. And from what we know, apparently they found her because she happened to have Manzano's cell phone and one of his credit cards, and she tried to use one of those credit cards prior to everything happening. And I want to speculate. I don't want to go into any kind of craziness on it, but here's the hoping that actually justice incredibly prevails. And I hope that this woman gets exactly what she deserves. But there's a lot of things we pretty much need to talk about there, folks. There is a lot we need to talk about. We need to first go back a couple of days ago to the NFL honors. And I'm actually going to try to do these NFL honors in a better way than I actually expected to. So we go do it this way. Let me go to here. Because we had a little bit of controversy happen on that night. And the reason I say this is because on this night, we saw something. We saw something we didn't expect to see. Now, if you're trying to basically catch up with everything, what we pretty much have sat here and heard, or what we saw, was Josh Allen winning the MVP award. I'm going to let that sink in because the only people that are actually happy about this right now happen to be Bills fans, which I guess if you want a participation trophy so badly, now you got your participation trophy. But I may be biased. In fact, I can guarantee you that my ass is biased. I know I'm biased because, quite frankly, Buffalo wouldn't be relevant now if not for Josh Allen. Josh Allen pretty much is their entire damn offense. He is the dollar store B-rated version of Michael Vick with probably a better head of hair. That's it. But everybody and their mama knew, beyond a shadow of a doubt, Lamar Jackson should have won the MVP award. But they're not saying nothing because they're still pissed and salty about the fact that Josh Allen can't get them to the damn Super Bowl. But again, don't take my word for it. I brought receipts. Chisel, could you?
Josh Allen is the 2024 NFL MVP. What? I'm a bit perplexed here because how does he get it over Lamar Jackson when the same voters elected Lamar Jackson the first team All-Pro? Now, I've said in my commentaries throughout the season, or I should say the tail end of the season, when you really have a contrite opinion on who can go and win the MVP, there's no denying, if you were to take most valuable player, the phrase in and of itself, one would say that's Josh Allen, considering what the Bills lost on offense coming into 2024. But if you take a look at it statistically, the reigning MVP played better this year than he did the year he won the award last year, but loses to a man who he statistically played better than. Very confusing. I think this is the third or maybe fourth time that the first team All-Pro doesn't win the MVP. This is a very perplexing.
I'm sorry, folks. If you look over my shoulder, Travis Kelce, I'm guessing, who chose this man's outfit? Taylor, you get to be better than that. But I digress. In any event, we go continue. Let him have it, Chisel.
Perplexing situation. Now, if this is the case, and I see people making arguments that, granted, there was a 2 interception discrepancy that was there, but Lamar had more fumbles, the turnovers was a bit close, and I think it wasn't even a matter of fumbles lost, just total fumbles. I think Lamar had, 10 to Josh Allen's 8. Allen had 6 picks to Lamar's 4, but Lamar's 4 interceptions on the regular season really should be 1 because 3 of them, 1 goes through another man's hands, 1 was tipped, and then 1 was taken away. The only actual pick that he threw was thrown into the hands of Minkah Fitzpatrick. Outside of that, man had no picks. For all intents and purposes, Lamar Jackson should be the MVP. This is damn near reminiscent to what happened a couple years ago in the NBA, where it was clear Nikola Jokic should have won a third consecutive MVP, but they gave it to Joel Embiid because of voter fatigue. How is it that Josh Allen gets this award? I've always been a bit of a conspiracy theorist, to where I've said the playoffs take, a role in the selection of MVP when it's an incredibly close race, despite the fact that it's already voted on in the regular season. But I felt this way in 2016 between Aaron Rodgers and Matt Ryan. Whoever won in that NFC Championship, the winning quarterback would ultimately be named the MVP. Rodgers lost, Ryan won, and Ryan held up said MVP.
So I want to just go back to this one real quick. So we all know the MVP award pretty much. It claims that it's pretty much just not given out until after the season's over. But I think back to maybe a couple of years ago, during the Rams Super Bowl year from a few years ago. Aaron Rodgers ended up winning that MVP award, but Aaron Rodgers pretty much did not outshine Cooper Kupp at that time frame. Cooper Kupp pretty much was a Triple Crown winner. So Cooper Kupp had the honor. Cooper Kupp should have been the MVP that year. But yet, for some reason, it just didn't happen. And that's why I can't figure out in my head. There's been a lot of speculation and discrepancies when it comes to the MVP award. And I'm more stunned of the fact that we have to talk about this. But of course, what the hell? Oh my goodness. Reese? We have crickets. Just an FYI. And I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just a little bit lost, a little bit off the wall, maybe a little bit off the chain. Maybe that's what it is. But this is the Super Bowl, so we have to sit here and try to sit here and be nice. But here's what happens when basically when you try to sit here and be nice. Now, my biggest thing is that I usually am not that guy that's going to sit here and try to point somebody out for being stupid. But Buffalo Bills fans, how stupid are y'all being right now? This is the epitome of salty. I'll let this play. You guys can tell me if I'm kind of overreacting on it.
Here in Western New York, some Bills fans are taking a different approach to this year's Super Bowl, with many choosing not to watch at all. And they're not alone. As our Trina Catterson is here to explain, local businesses are joining in by hosting anti-Super Bowl parties, offering fans a different way to spend their Sunday. Right, Trina?
Yes, Jordan, both fans and some businesses saying no to the big game this year. Many of them are frustrated by how the AFC Championship game played out, leaving the Bills just short of the Super Bowl. Instead, they are turning their disappointment into a celebration of Buffalo pride.
It was heartbreaking. The next day, that Monday, I felt like I was in mourning. I honestly felt like somebody in my family died.
It is no secret that Bills Mafia is ride or die when it comes to their team. But for a lot of fans, that playoff loss to the Chiefs still stings.
There were clear points where we got the first down and they marked us short and didn't even measure it. Obviously, Josh Allen getting over the line was another point of contention. And
some members of Bills Mafia believe questionable decision-making by the NFL refs robbed them of a chance to reach the big game for the first time since the 90s.
A lot of calls that went against us. It was just one after another. It was just terrible.
Fans are tired of the Chiefs dominating the AFC AFC and are choosing to make a statement by not watching the Super Bowl at all. And they're not the only ones. Some local businesses, including Luna Lounge in Cheektowaga, are leaning into the boycott by hosting anti-Super Bowl parties.
We see online all these boycotts, all stuff like that, and we're thinking like, why don't we do something different? Well, flip the script, if you will.
Instead of having the game turned on, Luna Lounge will be filled with televisions showing Josh Allen highlights and, of course, the Puppy Bowl. And they'll have all things a Buffalo Super Bowl party would have too, including live music, 99 cents.
Wait, hold up. Okay. So you guys, so Buffalo, I need y'all to just sit down for a second. You're telling me that you got, instead of watching the Super Bowl because your Bills, once again, are starting to turn into the Bills from yesteryear, the Bills in the 90s, where basically y'all always come up short. So instead of watching the Super Bowl, you're going to be just doing 3, 4, 5, 6 hours of Josh Allen highlights? What? What the shit is wrong with y'all? I can understand that y'all feel like y'all have the golden boy. And clearly, everybody's probably going to feel that way about it. Wait. No, they're not. They're not going to feel that way about it. No. Here's why I say they're not going to feel that way about it. Because a guy that I do not get along with, period, point blank, I flat out do not like him, actually came out and called y'all out for a change. Y'all tell me if y'all remember him or not.
Gruden, what can fucking America do? It's just anything. We can't beat the Chiefs. Do you think it's rigged? It's fucking rigged. It's unbelievable. It's an unbelievable game we just witness every year, and the same thing happens. You can't do anything. You just can't do anything to beat the Chiefs, even if you have the better team. It's not like Tom Brady and the Patriots, where you had simply just a better team and outclass Belichick every year. You know, it's fucking pathetic. What do you suggest? What do you suggest, Coach?
Save America! Hey, listen, I thought this was the year for the Bills. But when you can't make the 1 yard you need to make, you don't deserve to go to the Super Bowl. You can have all these stats. That's all I saw in the pregame warm-up. 65 touchdowns, this stat, that stat. You don't make the 1 yard you need in any critical situation, you're going to get knocked out of the playoffs, and you can't rely on some official to give you a spot on the road in a playoff game.
Coach Gruden.
I'm sorry. Maybe I'm a little more hyped up than I thought I was. No, right. Yeah, actually I am. I am a little hyped up on it. Because the thing is that I look at this as probably the story of sports karma coming full circle. Because most people, or practically everybody, like myself, who watched the NFC Championship game, kind of pretty much saw the Eagles get handed a shot at redemption on a silver platter. Do we really honestly think that anybody outside of DC or any Commanders fan wanted to see Jaden Daniels shock the world in Philadelphia? And don't say that it can't be done. Don't say it can't be done. Because the Rams almost did it the week before. That's what I can't seem to understand. Is that everybody and their mama has been going on about, well, the refs are in the Chiefs' pocket. The refs are in the Chiefs' pocket. The refs are in the Chiefs' pocket. Mofo, the refs are in everybody's damn pocket. I said this before week 1, and I say it now, even with the Super Bowl right behind me. If you don't like what the Chiefs are doing, beat them. It's that simple. Said it about the Lions. What happened? Washington beat them. Let's bear this in mind. About a couple of months ago, Philly fans were calling for Sirianni to be fired. Sirianni is literally on that field behind me. So I'm trying to figure out in my head, and I'm trying to figure this out mainly for the sake of Eagles fans. Are y'all starving for a championship so badly that you went from fire Nick in the game against Cleveland to all is forgiven if you give us a Super Bowl? Give Saquon this, give Saquon this. No! Because what it looks like is that Saquon pretty much is 99.9% of that offense. Oh, yeah, and you got A.J. Brown and Dallas Goedert. You got them. And God forbid this dumb bastard sits there and hands off to Saquon at the 1 yard line. No, I want to tush push it. This is the problem I see with Eagles fans. And I do this show with an Eagles fan. And the fact that even he can't even justify the lunacy, the insanity, and the BS that's coming out of it. What it looks like to me right now is that the Eagles have a shot at redemption, and I didn't even start talking about the Chiefs yet. But Saquon Barkley has a chance to finally get what has been eluding him his entire career, and that's a Super Bowl title. That's what's on the line in this one. This offense was ass until Barkley showed up. And then they got good. Then they started beating the brakes off of everybody. They went on this long-ass winning streak, and people were still harping. It's like, good God. It's insanity. But I prefaced this one because of the fact that I wanted to hear about this little thing, NFL honors. And this is probably the part where the Bills fans are probably not going to like me, so I'm going to say it flat out. Bills fans, I want you to give a big round. I hope you cheered your ass off when Josh Allen won MVP. And I say this for a reason, because I said this a couple of years ago when Rodgers won it over Cup. Even though Cup, statistically, was a better player. Congratulations, Josh. You just got the one thing we didn't think actually existed in the NFL, but is showing right here. It's called a participation trophy. And that is what you got. Congratulations, Josh. You won a trophy at the end of your season. There it is. You got a participation trophy for literally being exactly who we thought and knew that you were. We knew for a fact that the Bills cannot sit here and thrive or prosper or be successful without you under center. Because you got this thing of where if the ball's not in your hands, nothing else matters. That's a great thought. Until, well, you get to that little point. You get to that little point where you start realizing that maybe the team isn't good enough. Maybe Gruden's right. Maybe John Gruden's onto something. Because that's what it always comes down to every single season, every single year. Is your team good enough to sit here and hoist up the Lombardi Trophy? Because if you're basically going to sit here and say that the refs are rigging everything, then that pretty much means the Patriots need to start giving their Super Bowl trophies back. That means the Cowboys start giving their trophies back. The Niners, the Steelers. Hell, snatch the one from the 85 Bears while you're at it. Snatch them away because that's what y'all are sounding at. However, y'all cannot be sounding any dumber than this guy. Right here. Jerry Jones. We gonna need your old ass head to kind of linger over here. Put that Viagra back in your pocket and just shut up for a minute. So Jerry Jones actually sat here and said, and this is a direct quote from Jerry Jones. I want to make sure I actually get this right, so that's why I'm going over to it. Quote, I wouldn't have signed Dak Prescott, the highest paid player in the NFL, if now wasn't when we wanted to win. This is a shocker to be here at the Super Bowl and not have the Cowboys here. I didn't plan on that when I made that agreement with them. Okay. Does anybody want to tell Jerry Jones to shut the hell up? This man is so far off his rocker, I literally wonder just what meds is this guy on? Is he that senile? Did he forget the fact that Dak Prescott actually got hurt? And that they had to rely on Cooper Rush? The fact that CD Lamb wasn't always cracking to be, the fact that the only real, legit, honest threat you had in that Cowboys offense was CD Lamb? Yes, I am actually giving him his name back for about 5 seconds because, quite frankly, let's just be realistic. Sedarian's got to be pissed off at what Jerry Jones just said. Dakota should be pissed off at what he had to say. Every Cowboys fan right now should be looking at their owner and going, dude, will you just flipping either retire, resign, or die already? Because the fact is, if Jerry Jones is expecting a Super Bowl to be gracing those halls in Cowboy Stadium anytime soon in the future, he's got as much chance of his Viagra going longer than 4 hours. Hell, probably going for 8 hours and still not being able to get it done. You probably get a good rub and tug. All you gotta do is just ask Deshaun Watson and Justin Tucker. They seem to know the right peoples. But this is what it comes down to for me. I look at this season and I said, if you're not liking the fact that a team is this dominant, you gotta basically shut them down. I have not heard a single person sit here and say that same thing about the Eagles. Let's be realistic. Eagles practically got away with a lot of shit the last 2 weeks of the postseason. The divisional round against the Rams and the NFC Championship game against the Commanders. Let's keep this in mind. This is a Commanders team that went into Detroit, beat, victimized, and conquered the Lions. But then they go into Philly and they just forget. I can understand some Philly fans are a little stupid. I can understand that. They're more vocal with gibberish than they are low with sound. And maybe that's the thing. But if you're going to sit here and honestly tell me that every Eagles fan was not literally punching holes in their walls of their houses during that Cleveland game a few months ago, I will call you a liar. But here's the biggest thing. Nick Sirianni pretty much saved his job several times this season. The way they played against the Rams, there was some exposure in that. But then again, we can go to the other side. The way the Chiefs played against the Texans and against the Bills, same scenario. Everybody and their mama pretty much does not want the Kansas City Chiefs to sit here and 3-peat. And that's the other side of this. History versus redemption. That's what the storyline is. And the thing is that gets it the most, is that we have never had a 3-peat. Never. Never had a 3-peat. And literally, in the entire history of the NFL. We've come close. We have come close. We have had some. We've had some that come close, but no cigar. But the biggest question I'm going to have is, why is it that people hate the Chiefs so much? And maybe, I think I may have figured it out. No, I didn't have to figure it out. Actually, somebody figured it out for me. I'm just the guy who happened to be here for it. So, if I'm going to be legitimate, I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm going to love this one. Courtesies are our friends at the Mega Casuals. this is pretty much the equivalent of that one. And if you've ever seen Scooter or Tom Grossi, have you ever seen their videos, then you obviously know exactly what's going down and what's happening. And the craziest part about it is, well, I'll just let them do it.
Oh, cool, the MVP trophy. I feel like you should be way more excited about that, especially since you didn't deserve it. What he said. Not gonna stand here and act like you deserved it more than me. I feel like everyone thinks that I'm the one that cares about this award. You do. No, it's them that are vocal about it. Josh deserves to be MVP. Anyone who says it should be Lamar is clearly a Ravens fan, and anyone who says it's Saquon is probably right. I mean, I'm happy and honored to have gotten this, but this is so low on my to-do list. Considering how long it took you to get an MVP, I can't imagine how low Super Bowl is on that list. Apparently higher than yours. I thought you guys got along. Oh, we do. Yeah, we just put on this facade until they aren't around. Josh deserved his MVP. What? No, he did not. It was clearly Lamar. Why? Because Lamar had the best stats. I thought stats didn't matter. I thought it was about the impact the player had on their team's success. Whoever said that? You! Last year!
Before we continue down, if they could clone Josh Allen and just put him in a position in almost every single position on the Bills probably would have sat here and won a damn Super Bowl. Just put that out there. That's what it makes it look like. Josh Allen was the only offense of the Buffalo Bills.
Want to take this outside? We're both already outside because you don't have a dome. Shut up, Detroit. Your guy came in 5th at MVP. Damn, they're ruthless. Oh yeah. Do they ever get along? We've got one trick that always works. Every time. What's that? Someone said the Chiefs don't need the refs to win games? What? What? That's bullshit. Yeah, fuck that guy that said that. I want to beat him up and tell him why he's wrong. Yeah, and I'll help. Oh wow, that was easy.
Like I said, we're going to be doing the funny. We're doing a lot of the funny today. Maybe because of the fact that that's the mood I'm in. Maybe it's because of the fact that I think about all the hearts that got broken. All the people that probably sat here and smashed up a lot of shit this pretty much this entire season, this entire postseason. And then I sit here, I think about it always comes back to Buffalo. So maybe this is more of a roasting session for the Buffalo Bills fans. Now, I can tell you, I can sit here and say that you guys are salty. I can say that the Bills are salty. And then they'll sit here and be like, no, we're not salty. We just hate the fact that the Chiefs sit here and win everything. And that the refs sit here and help them out. But I'm different today. I'm going to let him sit here and get mad about it for me.
I don't have the mental energy to watch this Super Bowl. I just don't care. I might go out. The reason I can't watch this game, because sure, the first 3 quarters going to be fire. Saquon Barkley going to run for 150 yards. Jalen Hurts not going to make not a lot of mistakes. It's going to be a back and forth game. But Maurice, you know the fourth quarter. I don't want to see that same fourth quarter script again. You know the fourth quarter. I don't have the...
I'm trying to figure this out in my head. And I wanted to be able to try to find as much as I could just so I could be able to just have some fun, enjoy myself, all that good jazz. And the thing is that I went back and I started looking at things and looking at things and looking at things. And I was trying my hardest to sit here trying to figure in my head, why is everybody mad? So I decided to take this up a notch. So I'm bringing back an oldie but a goodie. I'm going to put Tom in this one. And I know Tom is most likely getting ready to sit here and actually do his show because he usually does a live version of the football games. I know he's getting ready to do Super Bowl 59. Hey, congrats and good luck with everything, bro. But I played this clip, I believe 2 weeks ago or last week, one or the other. And it pretty much describes every single football fan, at least allegedly every single football fan who's getting ready to watch the Super Bowl right now. Take it away, Tom.
The Super Bowl is less than 2 weeks away, or should I say, we're only 2 weeks away from getting ring number 2. Oh please, you can't honestly think that Andy Reid is going to leave New Orleans without yet another Lombardi trophy. I'm sorry, but have you seen our defense? Best in the NFL, 10 turnovers? You don't stand a chance. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see, won't we? What do you think, Mark? I think that our institutions are crumbling and the Super Bowl is but a brief flicker in the face of oblivion. Well, I think we're going to win because we have Saquon Barkley, the best running back in the league. Have you seen what he's done this season? We'll see if you're still talking that way after we three-peat and enter the history books forever. Years from now, whether it be hundreds or hundreds of thousands, there will be no history books. Eventually our sun will burn out and our planet will be left a cold, dry husk. There will be no remembrance of you, me, and especially the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, you think that we can't stop Saquon Barkley? Well, there's no way you're stopping Patrick Mahomes. Nothing can stop the passage of time. We will scratch, claw, plead for more. But there will be no answer. For we are dust, and we shall return to it. Hey, Mark. You're kind of bumming us out a bit, bud. Yeah, man. We're just trying to talk about the game. Oh, is that all? A game? Tell me, is famine a game? How about nuclear fallout? Tell me, will winning a third Super Bowl in a row bring you comfort in your final moments of anguish? Will your final words be as you choke for air? Three-peat. We got a three-peat. And you. When there are no more fish in the sea or eagles in the sky, will you still sing for them? Fly, eagles, fly. I gotta call my parents. I'm gonna die someday. I'm sorry, Bobby. Let's see them enjoy their Super Bowl now.
Without them boys in the dance.
If the Eagles win the Super Bowl after the Mavs traded Luka, I'm not watching any sports again. I don't care if the Chiefs were going to 5-peat as long as they beat the Eagles. The problem is Eagles fans. They don't know how to act when they win. Every fan base has a few bad apples. The Eagles have a few bad orchards. I like Saquon, I just hate his team. I hope Saquon has a great game in losing fashion. If Nick Sirianni wins the Super Bowl, I will lose faith in humanity. They really traded Luka. Like, that's crazy. That's how I felt after we traded Amari Cooper for our 5th-round pick. I'm only watching the commercial. I'm only watching for Kendrick. What do you think the first song's gonna be? We're not getting Myles Garrett. What has Jerry Jones done to make you think we're gonna go after Myles Garrett? Jerry Jones wouldn't even sign Jashard Choice as the running backs coach. Why would I want Cooper Kupp? He's washed. I'm starting to like this Schottenheimer signing. I don't like the signing, but I like the coaching staff overall. I need the refs to come through for us, baby. Jalen Carter has an illness that's going around the team? Uh-oh. Who do you think Kendrick's gonna bring out? I'm already looking forward to the draft. Why is Emmitt Smith saying we shouldn't draft Genty? The Eagles are not gonna be able to run all over the Chiefs defense. I'm gonna have to get a Chris Jones jersey for this game. Kellen Moore is not built for this. Kellen's gonna cause them to lose, then take the Saints' job. He's still a Cowboy at heart. Kellen's really a sleeper agent for the Cowboys. We need to activate him now. I got all the memes ready to go once the Eagles lose. If the Eagles win, I'm logging out of all my socials till the draft. I need Jake Elliott to play how he's been playing. If Patrick Mahomes win, is he the GOAT? He's my GOAT for beating the Eagles twice. Remember who beat Tom Brady last? I'm still shocked the Mavs traded Luka. We had the worst ownership in Dallas. We still might. There's no way the NFL's gonna allow the Eagles to win. In Mahomes, we trust. How many cutaways to Taylor Swift do you think there's gonna be? Plus or minus 15. I'm still rooting for the meteor. I'm a grown man.
Yeah. I have to get this much for Scooter because it's always a fun time to basically have him there. And remember how I said this might be just a Buffalo Bills roast? Well, apparently the Buffalo's Bills fans heard us. So much so, in fact, that the Bills bunker, and I know he's probably sitting here listening to this one. Apparently they did this one yesterday, and well, it's fun. In fact, not just fun, it's pretty epic. Here's pretty much what he had to say in one of his clips.
Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen was named the 2024 NFL MVP after what was an impressive campaign in which he led the Bills to a 13-win regular season by raking up 4,269 total yards with 41 total touchdowns, also becoming the only player in NFL history to record 40-plus touchdowns in 5 consecutive seasons. It's the first time that Allen has won the award, and there was never really a moment of doubt that he would take home the hardware. But still, there are a lot of haters that think number 17 shouldn't have won the MVP award, and in this video, we'll be exposing dumb comments about the MVP race. Welcome back to the Bills Bunker, everybody. I'm Jake Varco, and today we're going to be reading dumb comments about the MVP race that ended up with our guy number 17, Josh Allen, taking home the hardware. Dumb comments, mostly from Ravens fans. There's also one from an Eagles fan, so stay tuned. No surprises there, but it's going to be fun. Click subscribe if you haven't yet. Super Bowl content coming really soon, and more to come from the season. An off-season full of content for Buffalo Bills fans and the Bills Bunker right here on the channel. Click like if you like this video. Let's read some dumb comments.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Our first dumb comment comes from Antonio Brown, also known as AB, who says that Lamar Jackson should be MVP. AB, shouldn't you still be playing in the NFL? This must be the CTE talking, so honestly, run along now. No one needs to hear your opinion.
Antonio Brown, that's Antonio Brown without his uniform, we are told, without his jersey.
I ain't gonna lie though. That's the one time me and Bill's Bunker, we're probably gonna agree. Antonio Brown does need to run along quickly.
Hero LFM on Instagram says, sympathy MVP. only guy to throw arm punts and still win the award. Question for you, hero, whatever your name is. How many arm punts did Josh Allen throw this year? Look over the tape, look at the stats. He really didn't throw that many interceptions, so I don't know what you're talking about.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Nathan Simmons on X says, such a shame. The true MVP this year was Saquon Barkley. The Eagles without him would not be playing this weekend. That's what an MVP is. End of story. Nathan, I'm not going to take away from what Saquon Barkley did this year. Saquon Barkley had a phenomenal season, but let's be real. The Philadelphia Eagles, they made the playoffs last year without Saquon Barkley. The Buffalo Bills without Josh Allen, they might win 3 or 4 games. So I'm confused by where you're going with this because this just proves the point that Josh Allen is the MVP. Saquon Barkley, he's a running back. Unfortunately, this is just not a running back award. The MVP is not a running back award. It's a quarterback award. Offensive Player of the Year, Saquon Barkley. That's fine. MVP, Josh Allen. I mean, when was the last time the Eagles even had an MVP? Oh yeah, that's right, 1960. And how many Eagles running backs have won that MVP award? 0. How many Bills running backs have won that award? 2. O.J. Simpson and Thurman Thomas, because those guys could kill it on the field.
Hold up. Wait. I see you circling, my dude, but I don't know if is it a sound thing? Is that what it is? Yeah, it's a sound thing. Maybe that's what, I don't know. Let's try this. And we're going to go here. I just want to try something real quick. That's the only reason why I did it. This guy was here saying that Saquon did not deserve the MVP award because he's a running back. Because he's a running back. Dude, have you seen a Josh Allen highlight once in your damn life? Josh Allen is a running back who can actually throw. I'm stuck on that because I'm looking at this as how did the Eagles do in the playoffs last year? Oh, that's right. They got eliminated. How did the Bills do? Oh, right, they got eliminated. Josh Allen's been there for the whole damn time. But yet, for some damn oddballish reason, everybody named Mama is literally saying the exact same thing. Josh Allen deserved MVP. Josh Allen didn't deserve that MVP. He pretty much should have gone Jackson, Barkley, Allen. Allen is not the best quarterback in the NFL. Hell, he's not the best damn quarterback in his own conference. I was going to say we're staying in the division, but I just realized that the guys in that division. But there is at least one good thing that Aaron Rodgers will have to go back to panhandling Ayahuasca before we actually see his little sorry raunchy ass again, because the Chiefs, the New York Jobbers actually did announce earlier today that they are parting ways with Aaron Rodgers, which makes me feel so much damn better because, quite frankly, if anybody deserved to be given their walking papers, it was Rodgers. The most hated quarterback in the NFL. And I say quarterback because he's not the most hated player in the NFL, because there's some guys that basically probably are hated a lot more than he is. But the biggest thing for me is, quite frankly, well, let's say I put that theory to the test. Camera 2. We're going to see if this one. We're going to let the fans. We're going to let the people. Okay. Actually, they're going to ascend. So, hopefully, Rock and Reese and I are not going to sit here and try to pretty much overtalk each other, because I can't hear a word that he's saying. But he's here, folks. Angelo Rockins has graced us with his presence prior to before he gets a little bit too slosh, hammered, slathered, shit face, dump trucked. Don't be surprised if literally you hear from Rocky Reese posting something tomorrow morning that says that he's got 5 hood rats in his bed and he don't know where the hell any of them came from. Just kind of putting that out there. But you're looking at me crazy.
And that's Cap. And can you hear me now?
You give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Then we go sit and run with it. I got this little thing here that tells me when you're talking, and I can actually sit here and keep going with that. But since you came in, let's go back to the this slapnut Buffalo Bills fan.
Made You Mad 21 on Instagram says, shouldn't have even been top 3. Certified playoff choker. Lamar was robbed. Did you just call Josh Allen a certified playoff choker when he elevates his game to the next level in the playoffs? Meanwhile, Lamar Jackson, he falls off the cliff in the playoffs. Josh Allen 2-0 against Lamar Jackson in the playoffs. What's with that? How's that for a certified playoff choker?
I mean, it's just bull.
Wait. He just called Lamar Jackson a playoff choker. I'm going to ask him this question. How many Super Bowls has your golden boy won there, Bills Bunker? I asked this for a reason. Because you're trying to defend Josh Allen as the MVP. But besides the AB shot you took, I've heard 2 things that come out of your mouth in the 2 comments we basically were talking about. Jack and shit. Jack left town, shit's still running. And the fact that gets me the most is that I'm sitting looking at this little situation. And let's be real. Has Lamar Jackson choked in the playoffs? Yes. However, you just said that Josh Allen elevates his game. So what the hell did we just see on the AFC Championship? Was that Josh Allen elevating his game? Because I can tell you right now, women have a better chance of being able to figure out what exactly 4 inches is better than Josh Allen right about now. But I digress. Reese, after you, brother.
Hey, so I know we've had a lot of stuff about this one when it came to the MVP. But it's like, this is why I don't always like this award being a regular season award. Well, actually, when it comes to most of them. Because I'm like this. The MVP ultimately has to be determined after the Super Bowl. Because I was about to say, because when you look at somebody's entire body of work for an entire season, yeah, I'm sorry, I wouldn't have gave it to either Josh or Lamar. As of right now, I would have picked Saquon. As a fact, I'd even see this. I would even argue a defensive player over both Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. Ironically enough, going over to the Chiefs side, I could have made an argument for either Chris Jones or George Karlaftis. Because
you want to see some more of his comments, Reese?
Yeah, let's go.
Because he ain't done yet. This is just about Josh Allen winning the MVP award. That was the only one I said. Apparently, these are the only comments he's reading. I'm going to let him sit here and keep going.
Bullshit. MV3? More like MV3 and 5 in the playoffs. Lamar Jackson, no MVP. Baltimore Ravens, no AFC Championship game appearance this year. I'd be pissed off if I was you too.
Hey, guess what? Josh Allen, no Super Bowl appearances the entire time he's been in the NFL. So, suck it.
It's beauty. It's beauty at its finest.
That's so sick.
Yeah, Scally.
Yeah. Yuri_Ravens on X says Bills fans spent all season openly slandering the team, and even players slandered their own teammates just so Allen could win MVP. No one respects Allen or Buffalo. Yuri, you understand that the Baltimore Ravens had, what was it, 8 or 9 Pro Bowl players? The Bills, they had 2 originally. Josh Allen, the most valuable player to his team. That is exactly what he was. He presented the most value to his team. You take Lamar Jackson away from the Baltimore Ravens, they're still going to win games with Derrick Henry in the backfield. Josh Allen off the Bills, they are screwed. Josh Allen is the most valuable player in the NFL. Get over it. Take that loss. And guess what? No one respects Allen or Buffalo. You probably should, because they beat your ass in the playoffs twice now.
So shut up.
Okay. Okay. I think I'm going to actually comment on this one. This was apparently this one is a sensitive Bills fan, because you can never say anything bad about Josh Allen. It's almost like he's in love with the guy. Josh, you might want to double up your security, because you might have a stalker on your hands. Here's what it comes down to. You can throw all the numbers you want at what Josh Allen's done in the postseason. The only number that matters is how the season ends. And so far in Josh Allen's entire time in the NFL, Reese, question.
Yep.
How many Super Bowls has the Buffalo Bills been in since Josh Allen was drafted?
None. Zero. Donut. Whichever way you want me to say it.
That's it right there. That's it right there. So, he's the most valuable player on his team. So, in fairness, the MVP award that was just given to him on Friday night was a participation trophy. Because that's pretty much what it was. And as much as I'm going to have people sitting here saying, get off of Josh Allen, it's not my damn fault, not mine, that Josh Allen, maybe he's just not good enough. You can beat Patrick Mahomes in the regular season, but you can't beat him in the playoffs? That's the thing. They gave him a chance, several, to beat Patrick Mahomes, to keep the Chiefs out of the Super Bowl. Even this fucker's laughing about it. But I guess he's got a little more. So, give me a second.
Bitch.
FWTXX.Josh on Instagram says 18 interceptions, by the way.
What?
Yeah, even I don't get that comment.
Yeah. No. Go ahead. No.
18 interceptions? 18 interceptions. I feel like you're lost in a time warp, because that was 2023. This comment was just so dumb, because you can just look up how many interceptions he actually threw this year, and then you put that on social media just for me to put in this video. 18 interceptions in 2023, not 2024. What are you talking about?
90% of the time, I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
And that...
Just so we're clear on this one, that account may have been Antonio Brown's dummy one when he was heavy into his cocaine use, but that's just me.
That concludes a very special edition of Reading Dumb Comments, MVP edition.
I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I know this probably will go big, but fuck all of them.
Yeah. So, let's get to the nitty-gritty of it. Let's get to the nitty-gritty, because that's what's going to come down to. Now, I don't know how this is going to work, because if you hadn't been paying attention, we got kind of a little bit of a cluster going on over here right now, with the fact that I can hear him, or he can hear me. I can't hear him, but we're going to get down to it because we are a little over about an hour and a half, give or take, till kickoff. We're hoping. Oh, by the way, can somebody please make sure that Beyonce is not in New Orleans? Because we remember having the last time Beyonce was in New Orleans for a Super Bowl, and that was shit. I don't know who the hell was thinking that, but that was ass. But
power outage. Do
we want? I guess I'm gonna ask you, my dude. You want to build up for the picks? This is the last pick we have for the NFL this season. Do you want to build up on it, or you want to try to dish it out now? I mean, hell, I can pull some clips out of my ass. That's what I'm good at.
Let's just get into it because just go straight into it. Hold on, but I am going to try one thing. We're just going to go mobile with this one. So, hell, I'll bring it back.
Sorry about that. Wait, go ahead and order when you're ready.
All right, what do we got?
I'm kidding. Okay. All right. So, I think we've actually nailed down everybody. I was expecting this to be like a whole cluster of all of our crew, but I'm feeling pretty froggy today, so let's pull up another one. I actually sat here and just found this one, I believe, and it was actually kind of funny because, well, anytime you get Triumph the Insult Comic Dog to sit here and actually make an appearance, it's just comedy gold. And because of this, we actually happened to have him at the NFC Championship game last week. Here's how he did.
We're at the NFC Championship game at the parking lot in Philadelphia, right here at Lincoln Financial Field, also known as hitting rock bottom.
It's game day, and the dogs are out. Let's go!
Okay, let me just ask you real quick. Did you paint your face green, or is that alcohol poisoning? So which one of you is the famous guy who ate horse after the Eagles won?
Bird by 40.
What a coincidence. That's also his credit score. I love the helmet, man. Let me ask you, is that for the game or for when you crash your car drunk? G-L-E-S, Eagle, let's go! No, it's a very good decision to bring your kid to this game. Now, do you think you'll be able to follow the Eagles even more closely once you lose custody?
How long are you in dog years?
Oh, I'm like 210 in dog years.
They just never die.
Almost as long as since the Redskins were good.
Oh.
I kid. Are you here to support your team, or are you just celebrating the pardon you got last Tuesday? What's up with Dan Quinn and the backwards hat? Is he trying to look younger so Bill Belichick will date him? Why did you choose to drive 2 hours and spend hundreds of dollars to come here when there's so many places back in D.C. where you could have gotten your ass kicked for free?
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Do we need the lobster to sign a waiver? No, they stole the tush push from me. They did. I've been doing that to stray poodles for 30 years.
Fight for our commander.
No, that's not how it goes.
Fight for all.
No, that's not how it goes. So it goes, hail to the commanders, hail victory. Ladies, lower your standards. Here come the men from D.C. Yes. So you were born when?
I was born 14 days after Jason Kelsey, November 1987.
So you're almost 40 years old and you're dressed like this. Saquon has been unbelievable, right? Look at Saquon.
Correct.
Unbelievable.
Correct.
Do you think if the Eagles win the Super Bowl that John Mara should get to hoist the trophy? Now they're called the Commanders now, and you're wearing a Redskins
It's vintage now, baby.
Well, it's vintage racism. Is that what they did? Which one of you f***ed up the Rocky statue the other night? I think we've learned one thing. No matter who wins today, there are no fans in America quite like football fans. For me to poop on.
Oh my God.
Triumph, I love you.
We'll see if this one works. I'm assuming that you now switched to the phone.
Yep. Yeah, it's switched
Maybe
over.
it is mine. Hold up a second. It could be me. It could be me.
Yep.
Hell, I'm good either way. But considering the fact that we are a little over an hour left, New Orleans is about to actually see a Super Bowl for the first time since Drew Brees, since Drew Brees, I believe. So,
yep.
I know you're ready, Reese, because
at least they'll be hosting one. And
you've been going ham with me on this like the whole damn time. So I'm going to actually sit here and you know what? I kind of want to sit here and just go and get hammered and get drunk. Hell, I can end the show right now and feel good. But we obviously have something that we have to do. We have something we have to do, which happens to be we have to decide exactly who picks this. And I know yours.
Yep.
So that's why I'm probably going to just, I'm gonna let you get all your Eagle stuff out the way right now. I'm gonna let you get it all out. So you get that out, and how about this nicely? I'm gonna reload my scotch, and I'm gonna let you get it in.
And then check your microphone or something, or headset or something. Anyway, folks, at least y'all can hear me. But anyway, why did I have the Eagles winning this one? First and foremost, hey Chiefs, remember what happened the last time we saw y'all? Yeah, let me refresh your memory. Monday night Arrowhead. Yeah, 21-17. Yeah. Remember how many points you scored in the second half of that game? 0. And that was without Saquon Barkley. What do you think's going to happen with him? Then I threw another little interesting side bit. Super Bowl rematches involving the Eagles don't go well for the opponents, especially when they're defending champion. Case in point, prior to Super Bowl 51, Eagles went to Foxborough, defeated the Patriots. Then, of course, played them in Super Bowl. Patriots eventually won Super Bowl 51. Then those very same teams met at Super Bowl 52. And, of course, Eagles wound up winning that one 41-33. Oh, look at this. Eagles lost to Kansas City 2 years ago. And like I just mentioned, they went to Arrowhead and beat them last year. And now we're playing them again this year. Oh, and also that, as it has been mentioned by several people, it's on Saquon Barkley's birthday, and consider how this man has been running roughshod through 3 damn good teams. Now, granted, the Chiefs are going to give him his hardest matchup. But, yeah, not seeing that one fall by the wayside. But then there's the other issue I have. Considering how the officiating's been going off with Patrick Mahomes, do you think some of those calls he's been getting in the past, he's going to wind up getting tonight? Yeah, don't think so. And if they do wind up getting them, and it's before the fourth quarter, how much you bet all that's going to do is tick off the Eagles offense and then, well, first tick off the Eagles defense and it cause them to get late. And then there's just going to be an explosion. Now, there is one thing that does have me worried that the Chiefs might win this game. And ironically enough, I got to mention another Barkley, a former one that played in Philadelphia, namely Charles. Because, yeah, I forget which day. I think it was Friday. Because you know when Charles does his guarantee? Yeah.
Oh, you're just having
Charles is
you're just having fun. You were having fun, right?
yeah,
I can tell you're having fun.
I would. Yeah, I have a little bit more if one of us could hear the other one. Yeah.
Okay.
But anywho's, yeah. Like I said, I do have one. Charles, why did you guarantee us to win this damn game? You know your guarantees usually don't come out right. That is the only thing that has me worried about this game. But other than that, yeah. 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 Hey, you know Charles sucks at picks. I mean, you know Charles sucks at picks. Anyway, Cap, I'm gonna get out of here because yeah, I'm out of here.
Are you gonna get the ref shirt on? You getting the ref shirt on? Your Kansas City jersey? Don't need to.
Uh-huh. Oh, by the way, Tom Brady apparently is doing the broadcast tonight.
Ah, shit.
Yes, you are screwed either way. Tom Brady's doing the thing tonight. Yeah, he's doing a commentary, play-by-play on it. So, folks, we go wrap this one up because, like I said, like pretty much we're all here for Super Bowl. We all pretty much know something's going to happen one way or the other. We also want to say our thoughts and prayers again to Luigi Curto as he actually travels to Seattle for his father's funeral. Safe travels on that as well. I wanted to make sure that we remembered that one. But despite everything, and I do mean everything that's been thrown at me this season, let's keep in mind, I called my Rams the Titanic at the beginning of the season. They turned it around, won a division, and even pretty much in my eyes, should have actually won that game in Philly. But the refs screwed us over, so yeah, screw you, Philly. But I digress. Then we go to, let's keep this in mind. Washington pretty much went to Detroit and basically beat, victimized, conquered, and decimated the Lions. The team that we all wanted in the Super Bowl in the first damn place. Then they go to Philly and have it done to them. That is probably the quickest variety of sports karma I ever seen in my life, even though I would have been just as fine with Jaden Daniels going to the Super Bowl in his rookie season. That team deserves that smoke. And they wanted it. But good God. The refs pretty much screwed that one up. But I get it. Everybody and their mama literally says the exact same thing. They all say, you know what? It's kind of one of these things that they just want the Eagles to win so the Chiefs can now officially lose. Let's just so I just make that clear. Now, while the Eagles have been 15-1 since the end of September, mainly because of Vic Fangio. Vic Fangio has a real big Achilles heel. Something pretty much not many people will say here and thought about. And this is the thing that buzzes the most. I'm going to just throw a number at you. 0-8. 0-8. Why am I throwing 0-8? Well, it has a little bit of something to do with this. This bad boy right here. The Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, has gone against a Fangio coached defense 8 times. And Patrick Mahomes has made those defenses his bitch. Tell me I'm telling lies. I'd rather have Steve Spagnuolo there because Steve Spagnuolo is a badass. And Big Fangio probably got some good smoke too. But the bottom line, the fact is that quite frankly, there is no better feeling right now than knowing full well that either we're going to have history or redemption. That is literally all today's going to be. Tonight, we get to find out if we are either going to be having our first three-peat in NFL history or if the Eagles have the tools to take down the refs. At least that's what everybody else is saying. But here's the thing. What happens if the Chiefs win? I'm just curious about that. Are y'all going to call them rigged? Y'all going to say, I'm not watching NFL next season because of this? I said the same thing last week. You're going to watch because you got nothing else to do. You can always be like Buffalo Bills fans and watching bullshit highlights of Josh Allen. And then once you watch enough highlights, you can go in the bathroom and then beat yourself off. Because that's what Bills fans are going to do all day. Beat themselves off in their own sauce. Shout out to Buffalo Wild Wings. However, contrary to what many people believe, I've actually bounced back and forth over the last 2 weeks on who I felt like was going to win today. And this is the thing that gets me the most. When Patrick Mahomes was drafted, a Dallas Cowboys radio show actually called Kansas City dumb, stupid, bad pick, bum pick. Patrick Mahomes may possibly win his 3rd straight Super Bowl. And look who he's talking to. The other guy that you guys were mad at, that you guys were pissed at, that you guys were going ham over. You guys actually made it to that point where you were so mad about Tom Brady that you were glad that he actually retired. And he, before he retired, left Foxborough, went to Tampa, and won another Super Bowl. Now, obviously, I know there's at least one guy who actually is happy about the fact that he at least brought Tampa Bay that Super Bowl and made them relevant for a cup of coffee. And he actually beat that guy for that Super Bowl. That's the only Super Bowl that Patrick Mahomes has actually lost. It's to Tom Brady. Do I feel Jalen Hurts has everything he needs to actually get it done tonight? Yes. Do I feel that the Eagles could win this game tonight? Definitely. Do I also feel like the Eagles have been, that the city of Philadelphia has been through enough? Probably. I mean, they got Gritty, who's pretty much the most popular thing out of Philly since Rocky. But people have been calling the Eagles a team of destiny. All because of that issue with Cleveland. That issue against Cleveland. They've been calling them that. They didn't like it when Nick Sirianni clapped back on them. They hated that. Even now to this day, to this moment, they're hoping that basically Sirianni wins the Super Bowl and then he decides to leave. I've had the pleasure of dealing with Eagles fans for a good long time, whether up close or on camera. I've had that pleasure. I love that. But what gets me the most about it is that the same Eagles fans who were screaming for Nick Sirianni to be fired are now pretty much kissing the ring that they don't have yet. If Sirianni wins this ring tonight, not a single Eagles fan can say a damn thing that season. Because, again, y'all wanted Sirianni fired after the Cleveland game. And look at all the great things. Jalen Hurt basically gets his tush push moment both in the game and after. Saquon gets his ring. AJ Brown gets to continue reading his book and proving that he actually is a lot smarter than some of those commentators on Dan Le Batard says he is. Vic Fangio finally gets one over on Mahomes. Sounds like a great story for Philly, right? It does, actually. I'm not going to lie. It does. However, if you can figure out from the shirt, that should have told you everything you needed to know. I'm a St. Louis native. And when Anus Kroenke took the Rams from St. Louis to LA, the Chiefs' kingdom embraced us. And by default. And look what happened. Look what happened. The fact that a couple of years ago, 2 years ago to be exact, I picked Philly to beat these guys because they were on such a roll. They had me hyped. I picked Philly. And what did Philly do 2 years ago? They made to that point where I literally could not stand the Philadelphia Eagles. They made this in a way kind of personal for me because this was in the humble beginnings of our streamcast. And I actually sat here and picked Philly to beat Kansas City 2 years ago. And Philly did what pretty much Buffalo's notorious for doing. As I've said time and time again, if you don't like Kansas City being in the Super Bowl, you don't like Kansas City being in the playoffs, you don't like Kansas City sitting here actually beating you, beat them. Josh Allen was able to do it once, but that was in the regular season. He couldn't get it done when it mattered the most, the AFC Championship game, when they were right there. But the refs are hearing out, man, get out of here with this BS. I'm not saying that the refs have blown some calls. They've blown a lot of calls. And there's a damn good chance they're going to probably blow a lot of those tonight. But in the interest of fairness, and because of the fact that my broadcast colleague knows that I'm smiling my ass off, as I said before, I'm a Missouri native, and we are loyal to our soil as much as anybody is. Value loyalty above all else. Next season, when we literally do aftermaths next season, you're gonna see me in my Rams gear. But my Rams ain't playing right now, and obviously Sean McVay is in New Orleans right now, just kind of giving that little bit of surprise. Because the fact is that this is probably the most important game. No, scratch that. This is the most important game. This is the moment. This right here. The moments you've all been waiting for. This is the main event of the evening. Two teams battling for a shot at immortality. Battling for a chance at redemption. Battling for the chance to take a football and throw it at Trump's big-ass forehead. Kansas City, Philadelphia, the Super Bowl nobody wanted is the Super Bowl they're about to get. We have arrived to the final curtain. Question is Saquon enough to actually lead the Eagles to a Super Bowl championship? Or will Saquon's dream of hoisting the Lombardi trophy with his new team fall as quickly as Derrick Henry's when they lost to Buffalo a couple of weeks ago? This is the moment. This is the time. This is what we've all been waiting for. This is our time to show as football fans. Boycott it if you wanna. Sit there at a damn Buffalo Wild Wings or bar or whatever in Buffalo, New York, and enjoy those beautiful, glorious Josh Allen highlights. Hell, if you happen to get a VHS in the background, you can probably check the last time. Check out some of those highlights from the last time the Bills were in the playoffs. But when it comes down to it, I ask this question because people are always going to say, Eagles are going to win this thing. What happens? What happens, Oos, if you lose? History, redemption. That's what tonight's about. History versus redemption. Are you ready? NFL fans, New Orleans, Chiefs fans, Eagles fans, are you ready? I never thought I'd be able to do this, but I get to do this now. Bruce Buffer, I hope I do you proud. Michael Buffer, I hope I do you proud. And now, live from the sold-out Caesar Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana, it's time! Enjoy the Super Bowl, folks. Whether win or lose, enjoy it. Because we all need something to feel good about these days. Good luck to the Chiefs. Good luck to the Eagles. Give us a game that's at least worth talking about. Because there will at least be one more NFL aftermath before we shift gears and go to the UFL. Oh, yeah, we doing that shit too. We about that life. Folks, for those who actually dropped through, popped in, and everything else, thanks so much for sitting here joining us out here. It's been good. It's been fun. It's been surreal. And I appreciate every last bloody damn one of you. And trust me when I say this. Not even Miss Cleo is going to get it right this time. That being said, folks, enjoy the Super Bowl. Now, I'm going to bid you adieu. Goodbye. Mwah. And good night. Bang!
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Another game.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And now, it's time!
We have a mission to knock the pillars of this industry on their ass. We ain't reading history books anymore, baby. We writing them. This is what you call a paradigm shift.